Greetings, today is Monday, October 23, 2023. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. In this video, I will be discussing the newly formed tropical depression number 12, which formed just east of Nicaragua. During tonight, the center of circulation will move over land, causing heavy rains across Nicaragua and eastern Honduras. Significant flooding is expected over the next 2 days. I will also discuss the forecast for Tropical Storm Otis, which has developed just south of Oaxaca and is predicted to continue moving northwestward towards Guerrero, almost as a Category 1 hurricane. It's important for residents in the western part of Oaxaca and Guerrero to be prepared for significant rainfall, which we will analyze further in this video. Without further ado, let's start by talking about Tropical Depression number 21, which has been developing today just east of Nicaragua. As of the time of recording this video, it's 4:30 p.m. local time in Nicaragua, and we are already experiencing some heavy precipitation, as well as in the Providencia and San Andres Islands. This disturbance is associated with what was previously Invest 95, which organized sufficiently to be classified as a tropical depression. Fortunately, it is close to making landfall, so it won't have the opportunity to strengthen into a tropical storm before reaching Nicaragua. However, the rain and convection activity remain very active, so we expect several rainy days for much of Nicaragua and eastern Honduras. Precautions should be taken as significant flooding is expected over the next 2 days. The good news is that this tropical cyclone will rapidly dissipate as soon as it makes landfall, and the National Hurricane Center estimates that it will degrade and no longer be a tropical cyclone during the early hours of Tuesday. Nonetheless, please take a look at the estimated rainfall projections for the next 24 hours. For the northeastern parts of Nicaragua and eastern Honduras, the GFS model is forecasting around 150 mm in some regions in the north and east of Nicaragua. For eastern Honduras, 50 to 80 mm are expected over the next 24 hours. Especially for Nicaragua, this can be a significant event, so take precautions to protect lives and property. As this disturbance continues westward and positions itself south of El Salvador and Guatemala, we'll remain attentive in case there is any reorganization over the eastern Pacific waters. Now, let's move on to the forecast for Tropical Storm Otis, which has been developing south of Oaxaca. Currently, it has maximum sustained winds of 85 km per hour, and although wind shear is impacting the circulation from the east, we can see that it is generating strong thunderstorms. This is an indication that it will continue to strengthen as it approaches the Mexican coast. Specifically, interests in Guerrero and the city of Acapulco should closely monitor the progress of Tropical Storm Otis. It cannot be ruled out that it may arrive as a Category 1 hurricane. Look at the projections from the specialized path models. They all agree on a northwestward movement over the next 2 days. The center of circulation is expected to make landfall around late Wednesday afternoon, very close to or directly over the city of Acapulco. Also, note that some models show a trajectory parallel to the coast, which would be a worst-case scenario as it could allow the storm to maintain more strength and deliver higher rainfall totals. However, the National Hurricane Center predicts that it will make landfall and dissipate rapidly starting on Wednesday. Now, let's examine the intensity model projections. The majority of them have it as a strong tropical storm when it reaches Guerrero in Mexico. However, models that keep the center over the Pacific waters strengthen it into a Category 1 hurricane. This is why some hurricane watches have been issued. Let's check the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center. It is anticipated that the center of circulation will approach the city of Acapulco during the morning hours of Wednesday. A tropical storm warning has been issued for parts of western Oaxaca and along the Guerrero coast, including the cities of Atoyac de Alvarez and Acapulco. Additionally, a hurricane watch has been issued for these areas in case it strengthens more than expected. At the moment, it is projected to arrive with maximum sustained winds of 110 km per hour. Here, we have the wind gust projection according to the European model. It estimates that wind gusts of up to 120 km per hour will affect the southern region of Guerrero, including Acapulco. The European model projects that the center of circulation will move through this region during Tuesday or Wednesday morning. In addition to the wind, what concerns us the most is the rainfall accumulations. The latest European model projection forecasts between 250 and 400 mm in much of the central and southern parts of Guerrero. For some areas in western Oaxaca, 50 to 75 mm are expected over the next 3 days. If you live in a flood-prone area in Guerrero, please take the necessary precautions to protect lives and property. Well, that's all for this forecast update. Stay tuned to Hurricane Info for more information. Tomorrow, I will record a new video to provide an update on the forecast for Tropical Storm Otis. I hope you all have an excellent evening. Until then.